Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge 4 Light Semi-Flush. This is the 1370. Great fixture, love the glass. Let's dive into details on it. So, 8 inches high, so it's an awesome height for a fixture because it'll get into these houses that are like 7.5 foot ceilings, 8 foot ceilings. It doesn't matter. A couple other things about it. Well, the diameter on it is 15.2, so it's a good size. You've got 4 of these lights coming out. Canopy up in the ceiling is going to be a 5-inch diameter round. It's going to go over your 4-inch junction box. To show you more details about this, let's look at the installations instructions. If you're on the page for this, on HandmadeInVermont.com, for this fixture, look over on this side of the screen, midway down. Under those pull-down menus, you're going to see a link. It's going to say, click here for installations instructions PDF. So these are the papers that are going to be in the box and you get it. It's going to show you a full parts list, but it's also going to show you line drawings of the fixture from different angles, including what it looks like in the canopy inside and how it goes over your junction box. A lot of good info there, so take advantage of it. Okay, so let's talk about what's inside of this for lamping. It's going to be using a G9 socket, and G9 sockets use the little prongs on the bottom. A lot of people think G9s are just halogens, but they're not. You can use halogens in this. You can do 4 60-watt halogens if you want to. They just push right in like that and they click. Okay. But if you want to do LEDs, and I think you do, maybe, I expect you to anyway, let's talk about LEDs. So you've got a whole bunch to look at. Tons and tons and tons, and they're easy to get. I tend to get mine on Amazon. If you just put in G9 LED, up will pop a ton of these things, and all kinds of different ones. So the ones that have the yellow running through them are called phosphorus LEDs. The ones that look like little corn cobs are called cob LEDs. How funny is that? And they come in all kinds of different ways. So you can get them in 40-watt equivalents. You can get them in 60-watt equivalents. This big guy here is a 75-watt equivalent. You can get different color temperatures, which I talk about all the time. I tend to like the warmth. That's the light coming down on us, right on my hands from these lights. That's 3,000 Kelvin, so I tend to like that because I like the warmth of an incandescent bulb from the past. If you like the cooler daylight, which is that bluer light, that's going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin, so go for it. You'll be able to find these in all those kind of different flavors out there online. You can go to bulbs.com or Amazon. Some of these are going to be available at Home Depot or Lowe's or Ace Hardware, but they're easy to find, so don't be afraid of that. It's also a dimmable fixture, so if you're going to be using a dimmer, or if you want to use a dimmer, tell your installer that you're going to be using LEDs just so they put the right thing in there. So a couple things. You'll notice this is threaded, and this actually has a cuff that's embedded in the glass with threading on it, and when you're putting this on, it's really just going to screw right onto the threaded piece here and stay where it needs to stay. If you're going to be using the clear glass, which does not have that cuff in it, you're going to be using what's called a retaining cup, and this has threading on the inside too, so this is going to kind of do the same job. It's going to thread onto the socket and hold everything in place. So I think that kind of covers those things. Let's get into what's really important on this, which is going to be glass, because you're going to have a couple flavors of glass to play with. You're going to have 2 shapes too, and here are your 2 shapes. This one, which I absolutely love, and it's kind of a free-form glass. To see how it's kind of puckers like that, has a little dimple at the top. It's just a great, beautiful piece of art glass, and that's going to be a frosted glass. This is actually kind of glossy on the outside, and it's sandblasted on the inside to give you an opaque look, so you're not going to be able to see what's going on inside of this. And it kind of glows with that opaque look. I love that piece of glass. Go look at the videos. 4 light pendant, 8 light pendant, and you'll see more about this glass because I talk about it nonstop because I like it so much. This piece of glass is going to be available in 2 different types, and it's going to be available, and this is cool gray. The other one's going to be clear. And Hubbardton says this is a thumbprint glass, like you're pushing your thumb into it, which kind of looks like you are, but in reality there's 2 little dimples right there and there. So very cool glass. Love the fixture. There you go. Let's get into finishes now. If you're on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a tab. It's going to say Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video on there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart a little farther down on the page. You'll see it next to me here. It's going to kind of go over the differences between heavy forging and non-heavy forging, and it'll be talked about in that video. So it's really important that you kind of watch the video, use the chart. You can click on that chart on different things. So you can click on dark smoke and a big page will pop up and show you lots of different things in dark smoke. Click on burnished steel or natural iron, it'll do the same thing. But it's really important that you understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes are kind of divided into translucent and opaque and how they can look on different fixtures. Our showroom in Vermont has we're up to 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a what's on display page. It's way up there in those red tabs again, so click on that and you can see what we have to show you. That changes all the time because we're always adding things as they come out. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have an amazing clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you were coming to visit us, bring a good-sized vehicle, something like a big SUV or maybe a small truck or something like that, because you might find something in the clearance center that you want to take home, and it's a lot of fun to go through. 75% off MSRP is an amazing bargain, so you should really take advantage of it if you can. Like I said, we're open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. We love to answer emails. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else even comes close to that. Some larger items are non-returnable. We'll always tell you about that. It'll be in the description thing, that part of the description underneath on the very bottom. So keep an eye out for that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all your finishes, your adjustable ranges to play with, all those things. We can cut that time in half, and it's super inexpensive. If you want to know more, drop a quick email, and I can walk you through the whole thing, okay? So if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Love to see you in our showroom sometime, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.